NMF TV. Silence your radio, kill your television. NMFTV.com.
Why did you refuse to be the Azkals head coach countless times?
I've been there, done that. Too much politics, like I said. Like I posted one time a few days ago, coaching is a thankless job. With what's happening with Michael Weiss, we talked about it already before, personally, one-on-one, and I said, it happens. And I said, you should know that because you worked also somewhere in other countries as well. There's no such thing as a permanent job in coaching, in any sport.
We back, folks. It's been a long time, huh? How many weeks was that? Partly my fault.
No. Hanson was on last week, but someone was absent. Someone was missing. Someone's having a fun time at the beach.
It was a Chifi Kaligdong episode. Hope you guys enjoyed that one. But yeah, it's been a few weeks of me traveling around, so I can't say I'm complaining too much. But I'm back on the show, and it's a perfect time to be back because of the Suzuki Cup. And if you guys are not aware, there has been a lot of success for the Philippine team at the start of the group stages, and we're going to get to that in just a little bit. Of course, joining us today, aside from Coach Hans, who is very happy to see me. He doesn't say it out loud, but he is...
Kahit walang pasalubong.
We'll get to that later, off the air. But of course, joining us today is Bob Guerrero, the passionate fan on Yahoo, if you know him through there. You also know him.
Are we on a... Are we getting a tradition here?
What?
Bob's the third returnee.
Yeah, that's right. Dooley, Chiefy,
and
then
Mr. Bob Guerrero.
It's Bob Guerrero.
Even he doesn't guest us on his show in Studio 20. It's okay.
But Bob is the man you guys hear. I'm sure his voice is very familiar to all of you if you've been watching it on Sports in Action. Then Bob Guerrero has been the man calling the games for the Azkals. I'm sure you're a very happy man. It must have been a lot of fun calling that game, especially the one last night against Indonesia.
It always is fun to call the worst games to call are when we get our asses handed to us.
Yeah.
Those are the worst. It's So this is the exact opposite.
Which is a good thing because it doesn't happen too often these days, us getting our asses handed to us. But, so let's begin with a roundup.
I love these online shows. The language we use here is just unbelievable.
It's called being natural.
Yeah.
If you guys are doing that in the networks, with your high-faluting words, we've got our low-faluting words.
So let's get
such a thing as low-faluting.
Let's get to it. Let's look at some of the things that have been going on in the Suzuki Cup in the roundup. Let's look at the first game, Laos. We took them on. When was this? Did we take them on?
Friday
last week. Laos versus the Philippines is the first game of Group A, and to be honest, were you guys nervous going up against Laos in the first game? How nervous were you guys?
Me, no.
You know?
No.
You were.
I called I dubbed the commentary for the qualifiers.
Yeah.
And Laos looked good. I thought they were a banana skin. They had a terrible goalkeeper. 19-year-old goalkeeper. I would have taken half a dozen homegrown keepers.
Not terrible,
over him.
Bob. Inexperienced.
Well, he got benched last night. He didn't.
He did?
Yes, they brought in the other guy.
Okay.
But Sukufone Vongchengkam and...
I like how you could just throw that out there like that.
what's the other guy's name?
Rolls off the
Kampeng
tongue.
Sayabuti are fantastic players.
Let's see how he says the names of the Thailanders, Konya. Let's see. Let's see how good Bob is.
Bob's got that.
Tirasil. Parang gamot, di ba? Tirasil. Have some Tirasil. You're sick, have some Tirasil.
But you said that's for...
Yeah.
Yes,
exactly.
Correct.
Yeah, so I respected Laos.
Yeah.
I thought they were a good team. I was talking to Thomas Roy from the PMF. He said, Laos are like Myanmar. They're a quick team, technical, but they didn't show up after that first goal.
Right.
So
Yeah, they lost their mojo.
yeah.
I was a bit worried because of the way we were performing in the lead up to the actual tournament. I mean, we have not been playing well. The friendlies, the schedule did not go the way it was supposed to be as planned. And then, of course, there was also the loss to Thailand and the way that it sort of looked lethargic at times when they came out. They couldn't impose the style that they wanted to play. So I was a little worried that, maybe the guys would be coming in a little tired, maybe not playing the way they should be.
The way I see it, as a coach, the way I see it, I think that didn't bother Thomas any.
Right.
Because if you noticed, every friendly, he had a different first 11. And then in the middle of the match, he was changing the formation.
Yeah.
depending on the responsibilities of the players that he puts in off the bench. So he has been doing a lot of experimentation. Even now against Laos, first time he puts Martin Stubble
On the right wing.
On the right, yeah.
Stoibel.
Whatever.
You're a Dutchman, so I can't expect you to pronounce it.
sorry.
Yeah.
Anyway, but the thing is, don't forget, I'm Dutch Indonesian.
Yes.
The thing there is, what I like about Thomas is he has this much confidence in his players.
Yeah.
He knows what he has. I'm surprised that when they were panning on the coaches, there's a certain player in the bench I never knew. First time I saw him, I don't even know his name.
That's Dennis Villanueva, probably.
Okay, yeah, from where?
From
Global.
Filipino Italian.
Okay, that says it all.
He plays defense, right?
Huh?
He plays defense?
I heard defense, but he's listed also. Apparently, he's also listed as a midfielder.
I don't think he'll work out as a defender internationally.
Right.
First of all, he's built. Okay? He looks like as big as... Anyway, what I'm saying is, when the first game against Laos, in the first few minutes, you would know as a coach if it's going to work out or not. Martin was comfortable. That's his coaching style of Thomas is, he looks at it that way. If you notice, second half, they put him back in the middle. Okay, they put him back in the middle.
Yeah, because they took out somebody. Who did they take out?
I don't know.
Was it Ott that they took out, or Lucena? Somebody got arrested, and then Stoibel moved to the...
When it comes to wins, I forget. Losses, I don't forget what are the changes, the formation, the tacticals. But with wins, to me, a win's a win. I don't fucking care anymore.
Right.
What happened? But what I'm saying is,
Stoibel did well at right wing.
Right, so you weren't worried.
No,
I was a little worried.
not at all.
Once the game started against Laos, I got a chance to watch the replay because I was away during the time, following it on Twitter. It was the worst thing to watch a game.
in the beach again?
No, yes, I was. But it was the worst thing possible is to watch a game through Twitter. It's nerve-wracking.
Of course.
Laos scores first. You're shitting your pants. Like, guys, what's going on? And then they come back, get 2 goals before halftime, and then they get the 2 more afterwards. And I was very impressed with the performance of the team. Commentator was giving the Fox Sports commentator was giving Phil Younghusband some shit, saying that he, for a guy who has scored 40 goals, he should be a little bit more clinical in his finishing. And then he goes on to score a goal and then assist too. So he had to eat those words very quickly. But what do you guys have to say about the performance, Laos? I mean, we looked a little shaky in the beginning, and then we gave up that goal. I mean, actually, we started off really well, and then we gave up that goal, and then we came back and showed a lot of character to come back into the game. Was that always on the cards? You would expect a good comeback from us?
I didn't expect 4-1. But we'll take it. After the first match, 3 points, a goal difference of +3. Fantastic. Phil scored a goal, and he scored a goal with his head, which is I think the first time he's done that for the Azkals since 2012.
Right.
So that is very rare. There's really shoddy defending on the play, though.
Yeah.
But then he set up the 2 goals, and I liked his 2 assists. The first assist, he steps away, makes some space, has composure.
Yeah.
Then he just an inch perfect ball
Patrick
to right shot.
He did the same thing last night.
And
His touches now on the ball is very deft passes.
Yeah.
He'd make a fantastic attacking mid, actually. And then that outside of the boot thing that he did, that was just really sick.
Fourth, yeah.
And so look, we got some people.
Look at that. So we got highlights here.
No, these are the people watching our show.
Of the game. This is actually the Laos game, and you have
Mark Hartman singing the national anthem.
Yeah, Mark Hartman started the game.
Lip singing.
And Mark Hartman, look at that free kick though. That's ridiculous.
Sami Bhuti did the same thing in the Challenge Cup. He scores a bicycle kick goal against Turkmenistan, then his team falls apart.
Right.
Here he scores a free kick goal, and then his team falls apart.
First of all, though, Wani Guerrero, not sure what he was thinking with that foul. When he fouled the guy and he was complaining after running right through him, I was like, dude, you have no case whatsoever. But this free kick, that's unbelievable. Inside of the post.
Well, you can say that's also a little bit of luck also, but for sure you know that player targeted that post.
Right.
Yeah.
Simone Rota comes in off a corner.
Laos doesn't want to see Simone Ronaldo ever again. His 2
His
goals.
two international goals are against Laos.
Against Laos, yeah.
But you have to say, man, Simone and Daisuke Sato
Yeah.
have been solid
Yes.
fullbacks. And
Yes.
look at this.
Spacing. Look at the spacing.
Beautiful. Phil Young-husband had just missed, previous to this goal, a chance.
Lucena who sets the pass up. And he's played onside on this this run here on the left side.
Lucena got talked about in that first game. The second game, not so much because of Manny Ott's performance, but Lucena has been super.
Look, he makes the space right there. Boom.
Yeah, you see that pass?
Also got to appreciate
And
Patrick Reichelt's movement.
The keeper can't just be running out there like a headless. He's got to make himself big and then kind of wait to react.
That's okay, Bob, as long as it's not Dato who does the mistake.
Yeah.
So there.
I really don't care what the other goalkeepers do. I don't think they make all those mistakes.
But Phil Young-husband, off the main striker, has been playing really well.
Right about here.
Look at this.
He goes around and
Boom. Boom. Patrick Reichelt on form. Scored 2 goals in the second half after coming on as a substitute. Relegates Mark Hartman to the bench against Indonesia. Correct choice?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
I would think so.
Yeah. I would agree with that. I mean, Patrick Reichelt provides a bit more movement for us.
All due respect to Mark, but Patrick's more mobile.
Yes.
Patrick can play the wing.
He runs into the channels very nicely.
He can play number 9 also. He's a good header of the ball.
Yeah, that's right.
So like when we play on the wing, as we do a lot, as you'll see in the Indonesia game, we'll show you the highlights. We'll play it off to that wing area, and Patrick Reichelt has an ability after the fullback comes in and helps. They'll play that into the channel, and Reichelt will be quick enough to get to the ball.
The difference
faster.
with Patrick and Mark is Mark covers the ball very well because of his build.
Yeah.
While Patrick is much faster. I would rather get the quicker player because the quicker player can push the ball more quicker to a transition.
And this is international football. It's all the speed is incredible.
Well, everybody's got their own, how do you say, positive attributes for the game. But I think Thomas made a correct choice of choosing Patrick over Mark for the Indonesia game.
I think there's a specific.
Indonesia are faster, stronger.
There's also
more
like
physical.
a specific purpose to that I felt when he brought in Patrick Reichelt in the starting 11 because of the way we pressed in the beginning of that game against Indonesia was, woo!
Yes.
That was incredible. I mean, we pressed, we were relentless throughout the entire game. Indonesia felt like they had no time on the ball the entire time.
You got to give props to our conditioning staff. I think they've done a great job. They looked flat against Thailand after after all that horrible schedule they had to go through. Yeah. But they've been able to rest and they gotten them into good shape.
When you have an major international, I mean for us this is the major, okay? There's no excuses there. I read during the press con after the match that he was saying that don't blame the players, but he said in the beginning that they were unfit. It was just a the fit and the unfit.
Is this
Excuse me.
or
this is Indonesia.
The coach of Indonesia.
Indonesia.
Alfred Riedel, yeah.
I don't agree. That's an excuse. You cannot go to an international match half-heartedly.
Look at those guys. They're so unfit the way they
You
work.
have to.
I don't know. I'm just
Wait, man of the match, Laos, Philippines.
Laos, Philippines?
Laos, I'll give it to Phil.
Phil.
2 assists and a goal, yeah.
Phil.
Played well, very good, I'd say. Phil,
Look at this defending. Look at this defending.
I'll give it to
Look at that defending.
But that mistake would not have happened if Misak didn't chase him down.
Yes.
That was a lost cause.
No, I heard you, Bob, last night saying that who'll be your player of the match and all that. My player of the match is Misa.
Who's yours?
He set the tone.
Who's yours?
It could be Misak. Yeah, it could be Misak in this game. Although Misak has a non-pass in this game.
Yeah.
Which it's the second game in a row.
Now we're gonna put a pin in Misa Bahadoran, and we're gonna discuss him after we look at this. Wins a penalty, first of all, and that conversion by Phil
And it was
Young-husband.
the third goal came from him. Our third goal.
the
odd goal, the second one.
That was from him.
Holy smokes, that penalty though from Phil Young-husband.
Yeah, I think Sato needs to take.
That's like Suka's header.
He owes Patrick big time here.
And he shouts at the referee like it's his fault. It's your fault. What are you doing? Okay, now look at this. Phil Young-husband gets it off to Misak. Ott makes the late run into the box. And this has got to go down as a goal in the tournament, maybe.
I said it last night. I tweeted, no goalkeeper could have stopped that shot.
I got to love this celebration too. Thomas Dooley just joining in on the circle, right? He's just jumping in like he's a player.
That's to show you how Thomas, as a head coach, is into the team.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not the type of guy that I'm the boss, I'm the head coach. You got to do it. It's part of it. You got to do it.
I think the best example of how uncoordinated.
That's a pass to the keeper right there.
Yeah. How uncoordinated this Indonesian team is. Look at this. They're so disjointed.
And look at Martin. He's talking to him. Martin's talking to him. Give me the ball. Give me the ball. Let's go. Boom.
Right? If you're an Indonesian guy right now and you're watching this, you're losing your head right now.
The one who screwed up there big time is the goalkeeper. Nobody else.
The goalkeeper, when this ball goes down, when the ball goes down through the legs of his, he's got to kick that ball. If he kicks that ball out safe, it's okay. But
I think, I mean, all of them. You can't just say the goalkeeper. I mean, none of his teammates are like, dude, what are you gonna do?
No. That's in the penalty box. Goalkeeper's number one. He should set the tone. He should be the one commanding here.
Vince Arreola, my friend from Iloilo, says, mautak talaga si Phil dito.
Yes,
he runs into the defender.
It slows down.
Yeah,
it's true,
and then Rob Gear scores a goal.
It's not a toe poke. He used his outside foot.
Really?
Yes. It was a toe poke that would have been out.
Ooh, look at that takedown by Chris Greatman. Come on, man. You're going to hurt the guy.
He's an old... he's not a spring chicken,
that's a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu move there.
That's Daddy Rob's second international for Azkals, right?
The guy is...
It's third, depending if you count his goal against Laos last year. But it's not counted as a FIFA goal because that...
Friendly.
Yeah. No, because Laos made 7 substitutes, so it wasn't counted as an A international.
And if you see how fit we are, where's Simone? Look, that's Simone there.
Yeah.
That's Simone right there.
He's the right back.
You see?
Yeah.
He's the right back and he's on the left. On the second post.
Just
to show you.
Yeah, Ott made that pass pala.
Yeah.
And I like what Arman said last night. Just to show you, I don't know what he said, if I agree with him, if our UFL is better than the Indonesian League. But what I'm saying is, I agree with Arman saying that who are the players here who play abroad? Only Martin and Jerry.
Yep.
And Rob.
So 3 guys. And the rest are all UFL.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, all the way up to Patrick Vane.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right? Even the second keeper is also from UFL. So,
that's it. That's everybody who's not in the UFL.
That just shows you where we're headed. Okay, hopefully we can maintain that. Okay, and hopefully no screw-ups with politics or people in power who think they fucking know what they're doing or saying.
But you have to see, you have to appreciate as well, how Thomas Dooley has changed the setup completely.
Look
180,
at
right?
Possession.
Yeah. But not just that. I mean, the recruitment process. He's been watching the games.
Yes.
He's picked up players that were previously ignored.
Remember, Jing, what he said?
Yeah.
He is looking towards the younger.
Yeah.
Yeah, and what's great about it is that he does not have a multi-year contract, but he was still playing young kids.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you guys think he's done enough to get an extension?
Definitely.
Of course.
I would agree with you. I think he has.
Not because he's our friend, but...
No. I mean, just the last night. Okay, let's just put it... Let's just ask a question. Last night's performance, was that the best Azkals performance you've seen in the last 4 years?
Yes.
That one.
I'd have to look. I'd have to check some of the other ones, but it could be. Yeah.
For me, yes.
Entertainment value, attacking.
You look at first. Who were the opponents?
Indonesia.
Indonesia is up there with Thailand, Singapore.
To be fair, they're not the greatest Indonesian team.
Well,
this is the worst Indonesian team I've ever seen.
Still Indonesian.
Right.
That's the thing about
it. I'm not gonna give Indonesia any excuses. They're an Indonesian team.
Right.
I've respected them since day one, since I've seen them play when I was a kid, when the Indonesian teams come over here. I'm at looking at these players, these are all fucking superstars in Southeast Asia.
You're kicking a microphone, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
But I get what you mean. At the very least, there's a particular level that the Indonesian team will reach.
They're up there.
Right.
Okay.
But the way we played them.
They weren't up there before last night. No, they're kind of down here.
No, we put it down.
We put it down. We kind of threw them down there a little bit.
But for sure they'll come back. But what I'm saying is, all props should be given to Dooley and the Azkals. With Dan management. I'm not going to take anything away, even the slightest bit. Bob's too nice a guy. He talks about initial comeback. No. Me, no. I'm Indonesian. I'm going to say all props to the Azkals, to Thomas Dooley, to Coach Sebastian, Coach Jorge, the PTs and all that, and Dan. And the players, of course. Because you can see, they have played so fucking different. When I just saw them start last night, I tweeted, composure. If they keep up the possession and composure, they'll win this match.
Right.
And second half, I said, one more goal, game over. And it happened. And I said, after the third goal, watch out for the Indonesian players. They'll foul you left and right, which was correct again. They got one red card. Those fouls was not needed.
Share us your crystal ball, sir.
No, I've got my own octopus.
But-
Octopus, never mind.
Right. So
That's
2 years ago,
also-
let's make a comparison, right? So 2010, we made it to the semifinals, skin of our teeth, barely. 2 years later, a lot was expected of us, made it to the semifinals, but we kind of rode our luck making our way into the semifinals. Had a difficult time scoring goals. This time we've scored 8 goals, won our first 2 games, and last night, one-touch passing, the way we pressed them, the way they couldn't even hold on to the ball. To me, that had to be
And
that had to be the best.
This is the best record ever.
Yeah.
In Suzuki Cup.
Yeah, we have
After 2
not.
games.
We've not.
We're up 7 goals.
We have never won
Plus
a group
7,
in the
6
Suzuki
points.
Cup. Yeah.
We're perfect.
Thailand never did that. Singapore never did that. I don't know.
We're the first team to qualify to the semifinals. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Singapore, I think the most they reached was 11 goals, but that's after 3 games.
Right.
Let's see what happens. But let's not get ahead of ourselves, and let's not.
It's kind of hard to imagine we'll score 4 goals against Vietnam, but anyway.
That's right.
It's gonna be
Yeah.
tough.
But remember, Vietnam's a different team too, different
Yeah.
coaching staff too. So the principle of attack, principle of defense of Vietnam, we don't know. You can see last night when they showed the players of Vietnam, they were worried, man. They were freaking worried when the camera panned on them. They were just really.
As they should be, man.
They were not enjoying themselves, enjoying talking, banter, but they were really watching the game intently. Okay, just to show you that now they respect the Philippines. Okay, no one can talk about like some other broadcaster are beating him up again. Who say yung sa GMA,
Ah,
yung
Turtle?
pangit na doon yung yung mukhang Ninja Turtle. Anyway, yung inaano ko,
Ninja Turtle.
Ah, okay.
these guys have proven themselves.
Yeah.
Time in, time out. Guys, sport, like football, balls round, so you never know. But one thing definitely known to all of us who know football, or even don't know football, if you just look at the track record of the Azkals, they have been improving. Since Weiss came in, after Simon, they still have improved. Now with Thomas, which, by the way, is remembered, objective of Dan in the PFF, to look for a coach who can bring us to the next level, which Thomas actually he's doing right now.
He's done it, yeah.
Okay, but we shouldn't get over our heads about this, because the real test, well, actually last time was one of the real tests. The other test will be Vietnam.
Yeah.
Okay, and then
Semis.
He's really a Californian, isn't he? A real German will not wear a T-shirt for a press conference.
He's got his
Seriously.
cap on, right?
Yeah,
He's
okay.
super casual.
Carry on, Han. Sorry.
anyway, what I'm saying is, Thomas, Dan and the PFF didn't make a mistake of getting Thomas Dooley in. Now, of course, definitely he'll come back in for another contract. But I'll tell you now, my crystal ball says, if Thomas doesn't get a renewal, then some people in the PFF should just get the fucking out of.
Dude.
There's something wrong.
If Thomas Dooley doesn't get an extension, they better replace him with like Jose Mourinho or something
Somebody,
like that.
yeah.
Pellegrini.
Somebody incredible, because the way the difference of the style of play and the way he's elevated us
Clear.
was
so different.
Like the way they executed that system last night was impeccable.
Yeah.
There's always a free guy. Everybody had confidence. There was not a single player there that looked out of place.
I'm surprised it was only 60-40 possession.
And
I
I
thought it was
think
about more.
humabol yung Indonesia second half. And they mixed it up also. They would do the short passing, then every now and then they try it,
Right.
vertical ball, which is okay.
You know what I've been telling Thomas when we have a personal conversations and all that, like with Weiss, I've said it also before. You need to fix your back line. Number one. Last night,
Kinshiro Daniels is the
maybe
answer.
2 things. You have to, because you're not the coach there. I'm not the coach there, but I balance things. One could be our back line played superb.
Yeah.
Daisuke, Sato, Amani, Juani before he got his injury, Rob, of course, and Simone. Strong. It's either they are really playing very well, or the tactical play of Indonesia didn't really work hard. because they're only playing with one striker up. So remember, that's going to be a fucking different thing.
Right.
So 1 against 4 experience and strong. All strong defenders. Isuka is the shortest.
Yeah.
He's a tough kid, though.
He's
You have,
tough.
but you have Amani, who's a 6-footer. You have Rob, who's a 6-footer.
Yeah.
You have Wani, who's a Simone.
Yeah.
It's hard to attack, especially with one. What you gonna do? Gonzalez came in, he didn't do shit. He scored against us too.
Yeah.
Remember? He didn't do shit. I mean, the coach was out of his wits already. That's why he put him in. At 38-year-old striker, pushing, hoping something would happen, right? But you're just changing one for the other. Baga sa basketball, alam niyo yan, kayo you cover basketball also. Alam niyo yung parang, yung isang team, lamang na lamang, yung isa, they're just trading
Baskets.
Pero yung isang team, lamang ng 20 points. How will you win? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The balance. So, Thomas, I don't know what his secret is. I've seen some of his training. It's nothing special than the other coaches' training. Nothing different from what I do, nothing different what I... But I think one thing that Thomas has gotten is the respect from the players. Now, all those Dooley haters because of Shrocky, okay?
Where are you guys at?
Eat your fucking words now.
Where are you?
No.
It's awfully quiet out there.
Because there's... Okay, now let's see if anybody says Shrocky should have been there. If, I'll tell you, I know the Filipino mentality. It's an Asian thing, Oriental. If we would have lost last night, oh my golly, how much do you want to bet? Tweets, Facebook, everything. If Shrocky was there, the game would have been different.
Yeah, but Shrocky was never going to play in this competition. It's not a FIFA.
No, what I'm saying is the mere fact that people was, of course, these haters don't know shit.
Yeah.
You know, Thomas Dooley did his job.
No doubt.
Dan PFF didn't make a mistake of choosing. Remember, they cut him two personalities, Dooley and one more, I forgot, and they chose Thomas. Inexperienced. Although Thomas was assistant to Klinsmann for the US team, right? So, giving a shot to Thomas, he's been telling me, even out of the show, that he needs to prove himself. And nobody likes him. He's that type, how would you call it type? You're the nerd here. Yeah, you're the nerd. You're the Athenian. Will Asalia just fucking rollers.
Geek is better, right?
Geek.
Yes.
You're geek. Okay. There's a term wherein I do my thing, you like it, good, I'll continue. I do my thing, bad or good, you don't like it, what can I do? That's Thomas.
Right.
So, no pressure on him.
Well, I wouldn't say no pressure.
No pressure on him. He's doing his job.
Right. He
know what
wants
I'm
to do it
saying?
his
He's
way. There's no
Of
doubt
course.
about that.
You're a head coach, you do it your own way.
Yeah.
If you're a head coach and you follow what the manager says and all that, then you don't have the fucking balls to be a head coach. Don't be a head coach at all. Even an assistant coach. Don't be a coach, period.
Right. You said they were giving him the players confidence. And I think one of the main reasons why a lot of the players are confident is because they're assured their responsibility in the team. This is what your job is, right? This is your position, and this is what is expected of you, and they perform.
Yes.
That's it. You know, and what a lot of the players were complaining about under the previous regime was the fact that there was a bit of a gray area as to what do we do when we have the ball? What do we do when the ball is here? What do we do when the ball is in this area of the field?
Not enough tactical direction.
Yeah. So they seem so assured every time.
And there was lack of respect within the organization.
Right.
That's the first one for
That
me.
was brought about by the fact that he didn't come out and watch all the games.
Mental preparation.
And the fact that there was a feeling amongst the camp that there was people being selected for reasons other than merit.
Yeah.
Which is a little bit different now.
We're talking about Weiss, right?
Yes.
Yes.
In the atmosphere now is because people
Yeah.
see Thomas Dooley coming out watching the game, Ceres versus Global.
Yes.
He knows if you're playing well, right? So you get your reward. I mean, Manny Ott playing in place of Chris Greatwich, Simon Greatwich, that's a huge call for, but you know,
He
it's
saw Ott was playing so well for Ceres.
unbelievable. Unbelievable, the kid. He's good, really
Yeah.
good. Man of the match for you guys, Ott obviously in contention for Indonesia.
I'll give it to Ott. I didn't realize that Ott delivered the cross
Yeah.
for Gear. It was a good ball.
I'll give it to Misa.
Now this is an
I
interesting
give it to
one.
Misak except for that one play.
Right.
No. I'll give it to
this is
Misak.
great.
Misak set the tone.
I'm Misak
He said it,
Bahadoran
yeah.
as well.
That first goal.
The reason being, a lot of people give him crap for not passing the ball when he's supposed to pass the ball, which is correct. You should give him that shit because the coaching staff took him at halftime and told him about it. That's why he changed his tune in the second half. But at the same time, certain chances don't actually come about if it wasn't for his hard work, or his trickery, or his desire to want to take on.
You know, let's put it this way. That 15th, 16th minute penalty of Phil would have happened without Misak.
Yeah.
Nothing. He was alone. He did it by himself.
Lost cause.
He chased that freaking ball. What a distance he chased. He went there. This is one thing I like about Misak. I will have anybody like Misak in my team any given time. Okay. Now he has learned with Simon. He has learned a few things with Weiss, and now he's learning a little more with Dooley. You see his game since way back when he's still a youngster, a teen. Wala. Futsal style like dribble. But I've seen also even Misak in the UFL. He has changed. He has matured.
He's evolving.
Okay. Yeah. But and number one, there's only one player for me in the first 11, okay? So nobody understands me wrong, that has the same intensity like Misak, Daisuke, who is only 19. And he's got so much more to give. Okay, he's got all these years, barring any injuries, lifestyle injuries. But people like this will bring out the best of your teammates, mind you. Because if Misak didn't chase that and just let it go and come back, the rest, the other 10 players, 9 players, will do the same. There is a connection here when you play, especially international. Okay, if somebody screws up, Indonesia went the other way. Who made the foul? Captain ball. Okay, and then again, everybody after we were leading 3-0, I said it. Watch out. They started fouling left and right. Why? Because they're frustrated.
Yeah.
Right.
They're frustrated. Sometimes you'll choose the coach as the fall guy. Or you'll choose the referee, which is most of the time. Okay? But international, you can see clearly, Indonesia had their game, but they just couldn't finish. And we're forgetting also Patrick Dato saved at least 3, maybe 4 or whatever. Sure.
I remember 2 in the first half.
And the hardest one was the own goal. Was supposed to be the own header of Daisuke.
And then he also went out to bat some cleanup. Out of
But it's good. He touched it.
He got the ball.
He punched here.
Yeah.
He punched it here. That's why the ball went like this.
Right.
And it's a good thing it flipped over the 2 Indonesian players because the goal was wide open.
You can tell Dato's got a little bit of jitters at that level. I mean, it's the biggest tournament that he's playing.
I think he's got confidence. I think he's.
I know the boy.
No?
No.
I thought there was a few times when he came out a little bit shaky, a little bit unsure.
Distribution is a bit off. There were 2 balls that he distributed that were not.
One the kick,
yeah.
That one kick.
He was upset with himself too.
Yung mukha niya.
And I'll tell you one thing about Patrick. Like I told you, I've had him since he was 12 years old.
Right.
Even in training, he hates it when his teammates score against him. Even in a shooting drill, when they laugh at him, they score because he's good since he was a kid. So it was hard to score against him too during practice drills. And every time his teammates score against him, they will make fun of him. You could see his face.
Right.
Oh man, if he could kill his own teammates. Okay, but Patrick, it's a good thing Arman ate his words, and I salute Arman for saying that because the last time against Laos, was it?
Thailand.
Against Thailand, Arman's giving him shit.
Right.
But Patrick deserved. You have to understand, guys, and all the other people, for your knowledge, friendlies is not everything.
Oh. Yeah,
all right?
no doubt.
One is going to lose, one's going to win. But that doesn't mean that you're going to fucking lose again the next time we meet Thailand.
Right.
Thomas, I think, is a smart, intelligent coach. I hope he would make a difference if we meet up Thailand. But honestly, with me personally, I want Thailand. I hope we don't face Thailand in the semis.
Absolutely.
Nobody wants
And I
that.
hope Thailand is out in the finals, out of the finals. I'd rather want to play with Malaysia.
Yeah.
Or maybe in Singapore.
Or payback time against Myanmar.
Thailand is... Actually, I'm a little bit more afraid of Myanmar than Singapore.
I don't
combination.
know. To me, it doesn't matter.
I saw I called the matches. Singapore looked very good against Thailand.
Yeah.
Second half, very open. They're quick. Kyril Amri is a fantastic player.
Yeah.
So much energy. He scored a header against.
What a header, right?
Against Thailand. So, yeah.
But the delivery was perfect, and he was in a perfect position.
Yeah.
If not the delivery.
Yeah, but his work rate's very good.
Yeah.
Kyril Amri, fantastic.
That's why you see, if like Misa, like you guys, both of you decided on manning out.
No, I'm Misa.
I'm Misa.
Yeah.
Bob here is
Okay, just to be different. Yeah.
Folks, it has to be because Jing and I are from Lasal, like our sponsor Ceres.
Yes.
Bob is from the other school, so we'll give it to him. He's our guest. So
It's funny, actually.
we're nice people here.
The three of us have a connection to Indonesia.
Yeah.
Why?
That's true.
Because I lived in Indonesia for 3 years.
That's true.
Japan
3 years?
International School.
You?
8 years.
8 years.
Did you go to GIS?
Yeah.
Patimura?
Hi. Pondokina. Pondokina Elementary.
That wasn't there when I was there.
This is the funny thing. I am the real Indonesian,
Yeah.
and Jing has stayed in my country longer than I have.
Yeah.
Because I came over to the Philippines when I was 6 years old. That means I've been only in Indonesia 6 years.
Yeah.
He stayed 8.
Yeah.
Yes. And I did only 3.
Dude, I love the place.
I love the place also.
I love the food.
My
That's what I miss.
sister's married to an Indonesian.
Yeah.
She lives in Depok, where
Depok.
you and Ruben Silitonga are from.
Oh.
Yes.
And it really pains me almost to see, because we know how passionate they are,
Yes.
and we know that it's almost sad that the way they played last night.
Yeah.
I think a UFL team could have beaten that team.
No, but sometimes you need to, something has to be done.
go through that, to get.
Look what happened to us. We've been the whipping boys for
to open
decades.
their eyes, to open their eyes that they need to change.
But to tell you, except for the Philippines, sorry to say, for now, we're not ready. But after our miracle performance with Simon, during Simon's time, Singapore, Indonesia, Thailand, all the other countries took notice.
Yeah.
That's how they know their football. To the Filipino, it's, oh really? Parang, oh, galing. Plus look what happened now. It's not sustained. Now, since we're winning, here we go, uproar again. How long is it going to be? Folks, you know what? The team that a country normally would support are not the clubs. It's the national team. The national team will tell you how good the local league is. That's the way it is. Unfortunately, lately, maybe because of the new, actually stupid rules for the fans and the scheduling, on a weekday, too early, people come from work, traffic and all that shit. We need to be more aware of our social life here in the Philippines, our time of work and all that. Because in the other countries, they will schedule it wherein the people can come in and support their home team.
So you're talking about the lack of people who come out to watch the games
Yes.
in the Azkals, which shouldn't be an issue if we were already through the semifinals, and it's going to be it's only a decision whether it's going to be played in Bulacan or at Rizal Memorial Football Stadium.
And it's either 6th or 11th.
6th or 11th.
December 6th.
If we're
or
number 1,
11th.
11.
Something like that. Yes. Yeah.
So I mean,
Home. First leg, second leg. Second na.
I think if we finish second, our
We'll play
home is
sixth.
December 6th.
there's no doubt whatsoever that there's been a bit of a drop in the level of interest in Philippine football.
The
But
scheduling.
it's not just all that as well. I mean, it's people to continue to remain involved. I mean, if the Philippine Azkals is the only thing that you watch, then how often do they play? I mean, you can't just wait around 2-3 months.
And they actually play quite often for an international.
They do.
One
They
thing
do.
just entered my head now. It's stupid, but I just say it anyway. To have more people in the stadium to watch the Azkals, let's not have any TV coverage. So they'll be forced to come and watch.
Yeah.
No, because, I mean, come on, man. Kawawa naman. You see the same faces. I haven't missed any.
Yeah.
Okay? And I see the same faces.
Yeah.
So, what happened to the first year? When it all,
2011.
we filled up the freaking stadium with people outside trying to get in.
Yeah.
And then suddenly, wala na. That maybe partly is because not all the Filipinos know the sport that well, and they don't know what the what our players and what our teams, what our staff and all that
Yeah.
go through.
They're not invested in it.
I think.
Come on, man. I would rather watch this than the Gilas. In due respect to Gilas, they did well to get into the World Cup.
But that's only a preference for you because you're a football person.
I think
course.
we've got to do better to market to
No doubt.
non-fans.
no doubt.
It came out from Baba, not from
No
me.
doubt,
huh?
no doubt.
Folks, it came out from Bob
Yeah.
Guerrero,
No doubt.
not Hans Smith.
That's- I think that's
I think we've
a fair point.
This angle looks better. Okay. Yeah.
Tuck it in, man.
I think we've got to market better to the non-fans. There's a lot that needs to be done. I think I would love, if it were up to me, green and blue sections are free for students. Show your student ID, get a ticket. That's what I do. And I'd make sure the games kick off at 8 o'clock, especially on the weekdays.
One game, yeah, 8 o'clock.
And yeah, there's a lot of work, but I'm expecting a pretty good crowd on
No
December
doubt.
6th or 11th.
No doubt.
I'm really hoping that it's in Rizal and we resist the temptation to go to Bulacan.
You know what? One thing,
Please.
Bob,
Yeah.
why it's going to happen, it's a good thing ABS showed it on live. Because who wants to watch a Pacquiao fight a delayed when you know the result? Or,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So a lot more people were aware of the game when they watched it live.
Yeah.
I didn't go to my training because I wanted to watch it live. I'm not going to freaking wait for the replay when I already know the result. What fun is it?
Unless you're at the beach.
And speaking about, we're talking already about the fans and all this. I don't know if you guys want to bring it up, but I will bring it up. I
I don't want to bring it up. I don't want to bring it up.
But I'm gonna do it.
I saw megaphones. I saw big flags.
Drums.
Flags with poles. drums, and all
Precisely.
this.
That's what I wanted to bring up next. The fan experience. Quit fucking around with it. You know what I mean? People came in and they enjoyed themselves with the big flags and cheering and their drums and all of that. Maybe 5 people complain. Maybe 20 people complain. I don't care if 100 people complain. What is the capacity of that stadium? I mean, there's like 12,000, right? I mean, people enjoyed themselves. There was an atmosphere. You came there, you heard some, loud noises. It's something that you don't get in a basketball game. So let them be. You know what I mean? Stop imposing stupid rules just because 20 people thought while they were sitting down enjoying the game, oh, I couldn't see the game because people were standing up with big flags. Shut up. Stand up. Enjoy the game.
Like I said before in one of our previous episodes in the first season, football is an attitude, it's a culture in itself, right? This is why football is what is called the universal sport. There's no other sport that is called the universal sport. Football is. Football, World Cup, every 4 years, not even the Olympics, we have so many sports disciplines, and don't say it's divided because it's divided. Screw that. Not everybody watches football Olympics. World Cup, everybody watches. I'm not saying the Olympics there's no superstars. Okay?
Right.
All these superstars now play in the Olympics for the under 23 when they were younger. Alright? Ronaldo, Ronaldinho, they all play. So, football, I mean, the atmosphere.
Crucial.
What?
Crucial.
Why? This is funny. The local league, UFL, drums, flags, balloons, whatever, are allowed. Yesterday, last night in Laos, you can see all the horns.
Careful with that motion. We're on.
Yeah,
It's
that
video.
would be-
No, no, this is okay.
You gotta be careful
If it's
with
like
that.
this, that's
Right.
okay. That's
I'm
something
just
else.
saying.
Hey, Mo.
Certain angle.
All I'm saying is,
Ganyan.
okay, look, that's too big, man. What the fuck? Was that a horse?
Yeah, you gotta make sure there's.
Let's just get back to our football talk.
Right.
Okay, now, what I'm saying is, shit, I got lost my... Kasi, ikaw talaga ba?
No,
Talking
you're
about
saying
the horns and
The
everything.
horns and everything.
Yeah.
Now, listen. You take all of this out. When I was watching the friendlies that we've had in even the Peace Cup and all, I'm a spectator. If I'm not working, okay, for the match, I'm a spectator. I fall asleep if the game's boring. I don't know what excuse they have because, okay, come on, man. I've worked international. I've coached
Hey,
international.
there's the big flag.
I coordinate and all this shit. Every international match I've been to as a coach, okay, or as a spectator, that's the fun. That's the atmosphere.
Yeah.
You know, why stop the drums, the megaphones? And, I want to know what harm is that going to do.
Yeah.
Now, if we're talking about poles, stakes, or what have you, okay, then get security in other countries, there are security people there not watching the game, watching the crowd.
Yeah.
That alone will stop you from throwing anything.
Yeah.
It's a deterrent.
Yeah.
Why don't we get you? The way you raised your voice there, so fucking intimidating, grabe.
Of course.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, come on, man. I mean, some fans are nawawalan gana because of stupid rules.
No, it's true. I mean,
Like, why no bottled water? Why? Because you want to sell yours? Capitalism? Capitalism cannot be in sports. And then, ano ba?
Capitalism in sports? Oh my God. That cannot,
Camera?
not acceptable.
Cameras? I've seen cameras.
so what?
What camera is the
SLR.
SLR. All these
You've seen cameras.
So what if you shoot
In
from the
other games,
stands?
people taking shots.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
I'll just do my 2 cents here. Supposedly these are FIFA rules, but obviously,
Nope.
or these are rules that are the PFF is saying that these are international rules. When I was in Suzuki Cup 2012, so I heard no DSLR.
Right.
So I brought my little thing, and I get there's so many DSLRs.
Yes.
So I went and brought my DSLR for the next 2 games.
Right.
And nobody stopped you.
Nobody stopped me. Obviously, these are not hard and fast rules.
Right.
Because there are anything, they say, not anything that can be used as a weapon.
Right.
But they're big drumsticks.
So, pagyabon,
Big
papatuloy
drums,
din.
yeah.
SLR mo, no?
And then the flags, for me, madadaan ito sa magandang pakiusapan eh.
Yeah.
The way I see it. Okay, the big flag, only show it during the national anthem or show it at halftime.
Yeah.
Because if I was under that flag during a game, I'd probably be pissed off also.
Right.
Like, take this freaking flag off. I want to watch the game. I'm okay with not allowing flares. You don't want to,
No, flares,
Yeah,
for
but
that.
the big banners, the
Fine.
big thing, the big banners, the whatever. As long as you don't cover the view, it should be okay. I think this, I have a very great relationship with Ed Gastanes, and I talk to the ultras, and I try to get them to talk to each other, and I think that there can be some give and take. I personally think the PFF should relax its rules to make things more fun, because in UFL we allow these things,
Yeah.
and there's no problem in UFL.
Yeah. And in fact,
So-
if you come in and play, like if you come in and watch a Ceres game, how much fun is it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Although Thomas Dooley and Ebong Hosson were complaining about the noise, but they're also above 40, like me. and Thomas was Dooley saying, the drums should be on the ends behind the goals, and that's fine.
That's fine.
So in case if you don't want to, if it's parang naririndi ka, okay lang. But I'd like to see a more fan-friendly atmosphere. The Ultras Filipinas have lashed out at the PFF.
Definitely.
Online, on social media. I think you've got to, when you're negotiating, you've got to be more circumspect about the way you do these things so that you can talk.
Right.
Those circumcised.
No, I absolutely agree with you that I get
So-
it. You're hurt. It's a bad situation, but if you want it to be rectified, you can't just be shouting, from the
Yes.
top of your lungs. You got to be willing to negotiate and talk
Yeah.
and see and find a compromise. But definitely,
It takes forward thinking though. And,
Yeah.
But the PFF should be treating the Ultras as like, this is the group that puts up the atmosphere.
Yeah.
And if they aren't there, I mean, they cheer from start to finish.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Before the kickoff starts and after the final whistle.
And the drums,
Yeah.
just like any musician would love, the drums. That adds up to your beat. It adds up, gives you more energy. You're screaming all the time.
Yung tilian.
I wonder, in basketball, everybody's got freaking drums. Boom, boom, boom. No fences, no nothing. Rumble sa loob ng court. I've never seen anybody throw the drumstick or whatever.
yeah, that's ridiculous. I mean,
Who's gonna stop? Okay, if that's the case, Origin, if that's the case, then let's stop from anybody watching in the stadium. Nobody comes in with coins.
Siyempre, yun yung babatuin nyo, di ba?
The coin cannot be caught. You can't catch it. Boom. I saw a match, World Cup. There's a German referee. He got hit. Bang, split. Duguan before he went out of the dugout. Did they stop next game? Okay, nobody brings money.
This
You can
is
bring in coins.
this is like the anti-backrider ordinance in Mandaluyong.
Yeah, exactly.
Pwedeng babae at lalaki Pwedeng mag-ama, pwedeng dalawang babae ata. But paano pag mag-ama na mamamatay tao, di ba? Anak mo ang titira tapos ikaw nung mamanay, di ba? It gets a little bit silly.
Yeah,
I mean, I understand, I do understand where the PFF is coming from, that they don't want to start a hooligan violent culture. Okay, they don't want it, ayaw nilang umusbong yung culture na yan, and they want to nip it in the bud. But I don't think we're there yet.
We're way far away from
They've forgotten.
Not even
Was it the
close.
Peace Cup? The Taiwanese manager. He was sent out because I had to call for the matchcom to come down, which is not his job. But the referee couldn't do shit. So the only one who could do that is the matchcom, because he can decide, game over, Taiwan loses.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, he went out of the bench. You're supposed to get out. In other countries, you will not see that guy or that person, personality coach, manager, whoever, thrown out, sit in the stands. He'll just stay in the dugout.
Out of the out of public.
You know why? If he goes out the stadium like this, he will be pelted with everything that can be thrown at him.
Right.
Now, when he went up and sat there in that area for the VIPs sitting for the teams and all that, did anybody even freaking shout at him? Everybody said, "Putangin mo, gago!" Because against the Philippines. Nobody said that. I was watching.
Hindi naman niya maintindihan yun eh.
I was watching. I was afraid that something would happen. No, pwede batuan yan eh. So what? The PFF are scared about this now? I don't think so. They're not thinking.
Right.
I'm sorry, PFF, but I work for you guys also, but don't get me wrong, but I'm saying I'm also a football fan.
You are respectfully disagreeing.
Yeah.
I'm respectfully.
Respectfully.
I'm disrespecting the ordinance of the time. But I'm saying is, you guys are forgetting about the past. You don't. Nothing has happened yet. Then we're preempting it.
Yeah.
You know what we're doing? We're pissing off our fans.
Which is a problem.
We're pissing off our fans. They need to come and watch.
We don't need any more deterrents. I mean, there's already the fact that, it's lost a bit of its luster. The Philippines, the marketing has not been great, and then you're giving them an extra reason not to come. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
We don't need that extra reason not to come to Rizal. I mean, if we start playing games at the CCP, then by all means, put all your rules in. You can't stand up, put your phones on silent. All of that stuff, you can do it if you want. But this is a fucking football stadium, and people want to stand up and get a little crazy. Let them do it.
Have you seen any Filipino football fan block the bus of one of our visiting teams?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, ask the Azkal players when they were in Indonesia and in Vietnam.
Yeah.
Ask them.
Pretty intense, yeah.
The bus, it took the bus, the players told me this, even the coaching staff. It's only about a 15-minute ride.
Yes.
It took them about
I've stayed in that hotel actually.
Okay, because of all the Indonesian fans.
And you can see the stadium from the hotel.
Yeah.
It took like an hour.
You guys can feel free to do this when our home game comes around.
You don't see the Filipino do that. We're far from that.
The worst thing that ever, I think somebody threw bottled water in the Kuwait game at the half in 2011.
That's it.
I remember that, yeah.
That's a quite thing.
And he did it by accident.
I don't think he did it by accident.
All right, so
I'm hoping for
one cause
for some relaxations
or one incident.
Bottom line, guys, is look. PFF, you're also part of this improvement and development of football with Dan Palami, Dooley, and the past coaches Simon and Michael Weiss. Okay, we're trying to help develop the sport. It's just like ganito lang to eh. It's like I have my own son, my own daughter. I guide them, I nurture them.
You scream and shout at them.
Then I hold them back. Things like that. You know what I'm saying? Why the fuck will I nurture my son to be a good person and all this? Teaching them, giving the right path. Then suddenly, ako rin pala ang magtuturo ng mali. It's like that. We are still in the growing pains.
Right.
Fans. When did we ever fill up the stadium? 1930 something? 1940 something?
2011.
Then it died again. That's short.
1991, puno yun. SEA Games, you were there,
SEA Games, I was there, yeah. But
yeah,
the thing is, dapat kasama tayo. Okay, we are here as hosts for a football talk show. It is our responsibility to tell the fans, the viewers, what is really happening, teach them a little thing about football, what people don't really know that they don't see behind the scenes. Then suddenly we will start a rebellion of sorts. That's not the way it's supposed to be, right? We're supposed to be here to teach, tell them the truth, see what's happening. That's why we have different guests to talk about different topics, but same thing, football. Now, we're growing up. If we don't have a fan base, I've read tweets and Facebook saying they'd rather watch on TV. Why do you think they'd rather watch on TV?
Because of me.
Because they want to hear Bob Guerrero.
No, because Bob is scared of traffic. That's why Bob's there 6 hours before.
No, because they didn't.
Yes.
It's the fan experience, I suppose. I mean, they don't want to be hassled, or they don't want to. They didn't come to a game and experience something unique at the game that makes them want to come back to that situation.
When we started this, or not we, I mean, when the Azkals during the first Suzuki Cup, and that's what, year 2010?
Yes.
When that happened, they woke up, let's say, the sleeping giant. Okay? I saw fans, I saw people that I've never seen in years. Former players, even my own. Coaches before. People who retired from football because they had enough of it, because whipping boys. They're sick and tired of it. But they come and watch. Then here they're stuck by, by rules that are not, it's not sound. I'm sorry, Cyril. I have read about you when you had a meeting with the Ultras ba?
Yes, they had a meeting, yes.
Na ganito, while Ed passed it on to Cyril when Ed's supposed to be able to answer, because Ed's the general secretary. Now, command responsibility people. What are we after? If we're afraid of starting the hooliganism culture, come on, wake up. I mean, there's no freaking way. Maybe in 10 years.
Yeah.
Maybe in 10 years.
I think we're good with this. We're all in agreement that they should relax a little bit. Ultras also have to come and meet them halfway, some way, shape, or form. But definitely the fan experience has to be raised up.
Yeah.
In order for all of us to have a good time come December 6th or December 11th. The next thing on the plate, we're looking a little ahead to December already, but on Friday, we have a game against Vietnam.
Yes.
And we have Juan Guerrero who's injured. Amani Aguinaldo's a little bit banged up. Patrick Reichelt's got a knee thing. And one other player is feeling a little something. I can't remember who exactly from the top of my head right now. But, so, who are we looking to play as the first 11? Are we going full clip against Vietnam? Are we going to look for a draw? Are we looking for a win? What are your thoughts?
These are my thoughts. That I wrote them in the blog on Yahoo.
Passionate fan.
Yeah, Thailand is playing Malaysia tonight.
Yes.
For me, if Thailand wins, then if Thailand wins, they go to 6 points. In all likelihood.
Did they go to 6 points? Didn't they draw the first game?
No, they won. They beat Singapore.
Oh, it's 2-1.
2-1, yeah.
2-1, that's right.
So they'll go to 6 points, and then all they need is a draw. Well, yeah. Well, then they play Myanmar on their last play date on the 29th.
Right.
If Thailand goes to 6 points, then you can probably assume Thailand will be first place. They play. Group B plays the day after the last group play date of Group A. Okay, so we'll not know what's going to happen. If Thailand finishes first in their group, I think it is worthwhile to try and finish first in our group.
Right.
So we don't meet them in the semifinals.
Okay.
So if that happens, if Thailand wins tonight, then for me there's a case if you play Phil there, whatever. What if Thailand loses to Myanmar or to Malaysia, or they draw? For me, it's magulo. We don't know what's going to happen with Group B. For me, there's a case to not start Phil on Friday. I mean, for me, Phil is like a crown jewel, and he's the last guy I want injured.
Crown jewel.
Yes. Just one.
I think Phil is definitely.
What do you guys think about that? I don't know.
I think you're onto something.
I don't want to get Phil. Phil, he might get tackled from behind. He might tweak a hamstring.
Right.
Freak accident. I don't know.
Oh, it's less Phil and more our defense. Because Wani's got pulled out. That's 2 weeks. Certainly, he's not going to play anymore in the Suzuki Cup. We only have Amani and Rob who are tested as center backs, right? So I think
Alvaro Silva didn't make it. Looks like he didn't get his paperwork.
Right. So he didn't get his passport. That didn't work out. We need somebody to fill in that role and just put Rob Gear on the bench. Put him on the bench. Don't let him play We don't want to risk anything happening.
I'd put Simone Rota at center back with Amani.
You could put Simone there.
I'd put maybe Simon Gradewich at right back if that's possible.
Yeah, and then I would like to be able to get some of the other players more playing time. Put Mark Hartman in, have him play. Reichelt can take a rest if his knee is banged up. Let him play.
I want to see Kurt Deason play.
Yeah, give Kurt a run out. Kenshiro, get him a bit, get him some time, more time. I mean, I think for us, it's not a must-win game anymore. We're through. I understand that we want to be first in order to avoid Thailand. We're not really going to be able to avoid top competition. I mean, Malaysia, Singapore, they're amazing teams as well. So I feel like more importantly is the health of the players and the confidence of your substitutes in case something bad happens. So if you want to make sure that they have the playing time as well and the confidence to run the system, even if Phil does get injured, because you can't rule that out. Phil might get injured. Reichelt's knee might get worse. Gear might not be able to fulfill his duties for the next match.
Because he was nicked also coming into this tournament.
Precisely. So I think you got to take care of the ones that are banged up and give that opportunity to the other players to get some confidence. I think Patrick stays in goal. Patrick stays in goals, continue to get his confidence and his control of that back line together. But if you're fit and ready to play, like I think Sato's going to start. Yeah, I think he's going to start. I think Amani's going to start. I think Rota's going to start. But yeah, I mean, those that deserve or need a rest, give them a rest. Give the confidence to the players.
It's not like it's going to be impossible to beat this team by resting our players.
No, definitely not.
Resting some of our players.
No, I think we have a good enough team to be able to win.
Yeah.
Get Chris to start, maybe.
And we could play a defensive formation, and then but at the end of the day, the fans are gonna want to win. I'm going deep, playing devil's advocate.
Oh no, definitely.
Devil's advocate.
Right.
Okay, the fans want to win. Dooley is not a coach who, he's there to win. I'm sure he wants an attractive game, and I'm sure even he will play to win, even if he doesn't want to play all of the best players.
Right.
And at the same time, the other side is you want to play the team that will play in the semifinals together, ideally. Those are things to think about. I wrote on my blog, these are things to think about, and I'm really not sure what the right thing to do is. But maybe their experienced 33 decades of coaching here would.
I was just waiting for you guys to finish.
What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts?
Now, number one, you're forgetting the teams are given more than 24 hours to recover.
These days, yeah.
That's 48 hours.
Yeah.
So all the injuries and all that, the coaching staff, you should give them credit to put them in shape. Those who are feeling any pain, like Patrick or even Wani, I'm sure has worked out this morning already. He's been worked out by Joseph and all the rest. Okay. I, as a coach, has experienced years back when you play not to win, it backfires. I understand what you're saying about saving this player, saving that. The one that we can really rest is Phil because we have Mark there. Okay.
Although they're different kind of players.
No. What I'm saying is, you guys were talking about getting injured and all that. Now remember, we have the advantage. The Philippines has the advantage more than Thailand.
Yeah.
If it was the other way around.
Vietnam, you mean Vietnam? Akala ba natin Thailand? Okay.
Thailand. Because, okay, first you got to think about, like I said also, I said earlier, friendlies are not all. Okay, it's not all because people adjust. Whatever you say, you're the. I think that's
it's not
friendlies
are
not the most important thing. In other
words, the thing is
results.
We can see Thailand is way above us. All way above. We've already beaten Indonesia. We've beaten Thailand. We haven't beaten Indonesia. We beat Thailand, Vietnam, and all the others.
And we have beaten Myanmar.
Singapore, we've beaten already.
Myanmar, we've beaten.
Myanmar, okay. Myanmar, we should really beat. Laos, things like that, we should really beat. But what I'm saying is Thailand, wala pa. If we meet Thailand in the finals, hopefully, which I want in the finals, is if we beat them, then you can say the ranking, FIFA ranking is something.
Yeah.
Now, after the Vietnam game, they have how many days? They have more than
6,
a week?
2. Yeah. After the Vietnam game, that finishes on the 28th. Their next game will be earliest on the 6th. So they've got a week.
Okay, a week. That's a week. Now, with modern science and recuperation therapy like that, people, athletes get better. Okay, they can recover quick. The players, I would say, I would never rest my defense. I'll keep my defense. That's the most important for me. My back line, including keeper. I'll keep it. Phil, who's playing up alone, can get the rest that he needs.
Yeah.
Put James, put Mark.
Yeah, I play James for Phil, like for like.
Patrick can take a rest. He can maybe come off the bench.
Patrick Reichel.
Yeah, Patrick Reichel can take a rest.
Can come off the bench.
Hartman can
because it hasn't been proven against Laos. Of course, Vietnam's a different team than Laos, but you don't know if Vietnam's the same team as before. They have another player which came off the bench, number 9, freaking superstar. He came in and he scored a smashing goal just like Manny Ott.
Right.
Okay.
Even better than Manny Ott.
Then better man because he brought it himself. But the thing is, I would maybe only sit down at the most 3 players.
Phil and Ott and Reichel because he's hurt.
Manny ought to play. Manny ought to play. If you have somebody else to put him in there, Jerry is doing wonders in the middle.
Yeah.
Jerry Lucena is doing
super calm and confident.
One of the wings can rest. So that's why I said 2 to 3 max that can sit down. Because we still have in the bench. I don't want to see Kurt play. I'm sorry, it's nothing personal, but none of these guys. Maybe even Kenshiro. Kenshiro, not in the back line. Not in the back line.
Yeah.
If he's going to be given a chance, he has his exposure. But not on the back line. It'll be suicide for Thomas Dooley to sit down Daisuke, Simone. That's going to be suicide. Rob is doing well. You can see Rob is supposed to be injured. You can see how he played. He's gone up. He went up. He's beaten initial player to the ball.
Scored a goal.
Coming from behind. And Amani. Amani, no matter what, he's strong.
Yeah.
He's a strong boy. Okay? Now, in the midfield,
Ott, Lucena, Stoivo.
You've got Great Witch is fresh, both of the Great Witches are fresh.
that's right.
Yeah.
No, but the thing is, if you notice what I'm talking about, the striker is, okay, there you go. We have James who can play. We have Mark who can play up there. But I keep the 4 with the keeper. And I keep the middle. Not just because of the transition to an attack, but for defensive purposes.
Keep Lucena.
I will keep Jerry.
Basically you have 6 players on defense, including the holding midfielder. Lucena. We're the same, yeah.
I'm not saying that Chris or Simon Greatwich are not good enough.
Yeah.
That's up to Thomas Dooley. I still have a big question mark. But maybe I would only agree with one player that can sit down, Phil. Not because of his jewels, but what I'm saying is he needs to get a rest. Maybe Phil can come off the bench.
Yeah.
Okay, but I will not play, I will not have that mentality of going against Vietnam, and I think Thomas Dooley is not going to be the same. He's going to think the same way. I'm not going to go to a game against Vietnam thinking just getting a draw.
Yeah.
Right.
Because, number 1,
Agree.
if Thailand loses, which I hope they lose tonight, they might possibly become number 2.
Yeah.
Then maybe I'll rest my, go for the draw. Or, just don't become number 1. Because we don't want to meet, I don't care. I will meet.
No, a draw is bad. A draw.
Or whatever, but
we're top of the group.
As long as we don't meet Thailand
Yeah.
in semis.
But a draw makes
Okay.
us 7 points. We're top of the group.
Yeah.
Vietnam becomes 5 points.
That's right.
And we're still top of the group.
No, what I'm saying
There's
is.
a conundrum there.
Yeah, that's right. What I'm saying is, it would be better.
Quandary.
It would be even better that we just go for the play, and then don't try to look for one or two, because the spirit of the Azkals, morale, everything is up.
Yeah.
It's on an upswing. 80 years in the making to beat Indonesia. 80 freaking years. That's quite a long time, man. I wasn't even born yet.
That's, yeah, I mean...
You were born 10 years after that, right? Sorry, I couldn't resist.
Fuck you.
So I guess, I get what, I mean...
I love these internet
I like the dilemma that Coach Dooley has.
Nice problem.
It's a nice problem again,
I mean,
yes.
You have this team that's already on a high, and I was never going to say that they're not going to go for the win. I mean, you could switch up the personnel, but the intensity's got to be there. I mean, or else you're not going to get a game after that.
In other words, you're saying that we will still go for the win.
Yeah,
we'll just use different personnel.
Yeah,
Sorry, now I got it now.
I'm just worried
I'll
about...
rest the 3 I said, sorry. Phil with Misat. And maybe Patrick can also.
And let them come in as impact subs.
Yes.
30 minutes to go. If
The energy of Misak, he's so fucking strong.
Right.
That boy is,
Dude, they lock down that left side so well. Sato and Misak together, they lock it down because Misak goes forward, he runs and chases the lost causes, but he's always back, tracking back, defending
And
like a
let's
monster.
get off what we were talking about.
Yeah.
You know what I noticed? It's only the Philippine team wherein you see the wingbacks really playing as wingbacks. It's called wingback, not left fullback, right fullback. That's olden days. Okay, now it's wingback. Why they call wingback? Because they still attack.
Yeah.
Overlap.
And how many times, not necessarily overlapping, but they're there in attack.
Yeah, Rota and Sato
Kasama sila sa atake.
always providing options.
Okay, and then the two center backs, they're still there. You mean, it's like a perfect thing for the Azkals now.
Mulders
the way
pa
they're
pala.
playing.
Is Mulders in the? I'm hearing conflicting reports whether he's still with the lineup right now.
I don't
I've
know.
heard he might not be.
Parang hindi ko siya nakita eh. Hindi niyo ba siya?
Now I've got the start
Well-
list. I've got a fax of the start list. They gave it to us last night. I'll check whether he's there, or
Listed.
he's X'd or whatever. I don't know.
But yeah.
But maybe it will be also good to start off Chris or Simon or
At
both.
least it's he's experienced, and the Vietnamese are gonna shit themselves. And this is the guy who scored that
with
weird
the
header against us. That weird looping kind of header into the corner. Oh,
The
this guy again.
intensity that the boys gave us last night, sometimes we would really need to rest. Phil played superb, not just as a goal finisher. I don't care about his penalty. That's a
He's
given.
assists. He has
for
3
me.
assists already this
No,
tournament.
and he played really well. His
Yeah.
turns and everything.
Well, one of his assists
Okay.
was 2 feet away, but yeah.
The red card. The red card was because of Phil's movement.
Yeah.
Okay, that's because of his movement, and his passes. Like I said, the depth pass. The two Indonesians. He was here. Patrick was here. Was that? And then Phil just
Yeah, but Rachel wasn't
onside.
able to
Yeah, but
able to finish yet.
Yeah, he
I remember.
out of the
Yeah.
away. I mean, you now see a different part of Phil.
Do you
He's
think?
evolved. He's not just the
Yeah.
striker now. He knows when to make the pass.
Yeah.
Do you think Phil's ready for, say, J League?
Oh yes, yes.
I think it's more of a question if he wants to
Yeah.
or not. I mean, there's no question that he's capable
Phil
of
can.
playing in Asia.
Actually, a lot of
really
our
high
players
level.
can. A lot of the players can.
But the thing is that's the beautiful thing. They've come and played here in the Philippines.
Yeah.
That's the wonderful thing. I think also one of the considerations that Thomas needs to have for the Vietnam game is the mentality of the player. You can't sit down Phil if he really wants to play.
Yeah.
Because it's going to hurt him. He wants to play.
You have to tell him exactly what you're thinking if
Yeah.
you're Thomas Dooley.
Yeah.
But I would think Phil would understand. He's a pro. He's got a good attitude.
Phil is a pro. James are a pro.
They will understand.
They've reacted
Definitely,
professionally
Man.
for the last how many years. I've
it's
noticed.
going to be interesting to see what lineup comes
Really
out.
interesting. And the thing about
on
Thomas
Friday.
Dooley with his lineups,
You never
he's so
know.
unpredictable.
You never know. You never know.
know,
You
what's
see,
gonna go.
that's why our Azkals are performing this way because of the respect that they have for their head coach.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't care. He is not just, fixated with the same 11 all the freaking time.
Or the same system.
All the same system.
At that, for
I
that
mean,
matter.
that comes in training.
Yeah.
Okay? That comes in training. They have a lot of preparation. And before I forget, we've been talking about Thomas Dooley all the time. But the fitness, we have to give credit to Coach Sebastian.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Patrick's performance,
Reichelt or
Patrick Dato, that has to go on what we can see is Coach Jorge.
Yeah.
I've seen the change. Coach Jorge always asks me, how do you see your boy? He still calls me my boy. So he says, how do you see? I said, I've seen he's more now, how do you say, more calm, how do you say? And then the attack, transition of Patrick, because Patrick is the type before.
composed.
No, he's more composed, but he's quicker now on the transition.
No.
Because he holds the ball too long, which I've been telling before. Why the freaking time you hold the ball too long, you're giving the other team a chance to regroup and organize their
Yeah,
defense.
he's been quick.
Now you can see all long short balls. Once it comes from his hands,
Yeah.
okay, it's all. Even it comes from his foot. Sometimes it's also a short ball, which Thomas likes because Thomas. And what's good here is if you remember when we asked Phil and James they've said that also in other interviews. Before Thomas even came in, Thomas Dooley, what kind of game did you want? What kind of game do you want to see with Azkals?
Yeah.
Phil and James said the same thing. They want to see a transition game, meaning
Playing from the back.
from the back, pushing up, keeping possession, not just one long ball, which is nothing's going to really happen. Which I personally hate also.
Which Indonesia
I
was
don't like long
doing.
balls, which is very hard because one. I've said it today. I haven't said it outside in public, but I said if Indonesia plays the same way with one striker, they'll have a hard time. And which finally did, and then with the intensity that our boys showed last night, iba. I was just hoping, as well as tweeting that composure and possession, keep it up. Second half, don't relax, because like you guys saying, I don't know, this your Armando saying that there's a tendency for some teams to relax once they're ahead. Club system, yes. Schools, yes. National teams, no. If a coach allows that, then that coach doesn't deserve to be a head coach for the national side. In the national sides, no. There's no such thing.
Man, the team played last night like they were hungry, hungry dogs.
This is the best game Azkals has ever played.
Yeah.
Considering number one, they were playing against Indonesia, regardless of what Indonesia had problems, whatever. No, there's Indonesia. Period. 80 years. 80 years is 80 years. There's always a time it just took longer. Just like when Marcos left the country. After Marcos, it took how many years? 25 years before Philippines got, politically, now they're totally fucked up again. But what I'm saying is, you can't discount the fact, maybe Indonesia is going down for now, Philippines is moving up.
Yeah,
And
no,
they
but there's no
deserve
doubt.
everything.
There's definitely no
Wax
doubt
and
about
wane.
definitely no doubt about the progress that we've been making in the terms of how we play. Let's take a look at Phil Younghusband's statistics real quick. If we can pull those up on the screen, we only got about 10 minutes left on the show. We're gonna get to the 12th man comments in just a little bit, but let's just take a look at Phil Younghusband. A lot of people question Phil Younghusband. I get this a lot from taxi drivers. People who are kind of outside of the world of Philippine football, they always like to mock Phil Younghusband. Like, magaling ba talaga yan? That's the question that they throw out there. Simply because he's good looking, it's sort of his detriment sometimes because they think, he's a pretty boy and he gets, the accolades because he's a pretty boy. But really, Phil Younghusband, hands down, one of, if not the best player of the Philippines in the last few years. There's absolutely no doubt about that. And just to sort of cement that point, he's come out in this Suzuki Cup 2014 and has just been on a tear. No doubt about it. And take a look at some of his passing, completed passes, 91.18%. That guy's not misplacing passes, all right? His average pass distance is 12 meters, so it's not like it's short passes all the time. He's making medium distance passes, and he's completing 91% of it. He's got 2 goals, right? To his name. This one's a little bit outdated. He's got 7 shots, 2 assists. No, make that 3, right?
3.
He's got 3 assists now, and he dribbles the ball as well. This is a bit outdated, but with the 5 dribbles, that was just for the Laos game.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, just for the Indonesia game.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this guy can do it all. You know what I mean?
We're very fortunate to have him. A lot of countries are desperately need a striker like him.
Yeah.
And we're very fortunate to have him, and that he's 26.
Yeah, it's so ridiculous.
He's got a lot of years to go.
Oh, he's 26. He's younger than I am.
He's got at least 5 years where he's going to be at a peak level, but maybe even longer.
Yeah.
I'll say it again, and I'll say it. Those people who are talking about Phil like this, like that, you don't know your football.
Yeah.
Your mentality is like basketball. Number one, basketball, in and out. The player can get to rest. Phil, last night, played the full 90.
Yeah, I was surprised. he played the full 90.
180.
95 minutes. 95. If you include the injury time first half, 2 minutes and 3 minutes injury time added time.
Did he get pulled
Second
out of the
half.
Laos game?
No.
So he's played.
Laos?
Did he get pulled out? He didn't, right?
Sure,
So he played
not sure.
180.
Okay.
That's extra for the last 2 games.
Huwag nyo isipin, please lang, do not compare football to any other sport, especially basketball, because maybe that's how we are oriented. Okay? Don't. Napakalayo. Napakalayo. Ang basketball, 100 substitutions kaya. International, 3. Once you're sub, you can't get in. So, for a player to play 95 minutes, and then against Laos was how many minutes? 97, somewhere like that. Okay. Wag naman, please. I'm just telling, I'm not mad, but I'm saying, I'm teaching you guys.
A little bit.
Don't compare.
That's his normal voice.
Yeah.
Don't compare.
That's the inside voice.
Yeah, wag na malayo, please lang. Feel since when did any Southeast Asian any Southeast Asian be in line with the top 5 goal scorers in the freaking world?
He's not angry.
With Ronaldo, Messi. Then you see Phil, young husband. What country? Philippines. Argentinian, Portuguese, German. Tapos biglang Filipino. Yun lang nun. Hindi na nung question eh.
Yeah, it is kind of frustrating that, I mean, Phil Young husband doesn't get put up on a pedestal simply because other people want to bring him down a little bit to a certain extent.
It's a typical, the internet cowboys, as we call them. They're out there talking all sorts of nonsense. I mean, the lower your IQ is, the higher you seem to want to post on the internet.
Yeah, your comment count.
You know, the only other Filipino that I remember, okay, let's not call up Alcantara and all this. I mean, those who are still alive. Is Bert Onasan, Asia, was chosen parang pag sa basketball, mythical 5.
Oh.
Bert Onasan was chosen parang mythical 11. Together with Chabun, the first Korean to play in Germany, and he did very well in Germany, first division. Fucking hulking 6'3", 6'4" guy, which Bert had to
play against,
to guard. Okay.
What did Bert play?
Stopper.
Ah, okay.
Central back. Sometimes holding, but Bert was a very good defender. He's the only one I can remember offhand. Okay, let's again. Don't talk about what's his name, Alcantara. That's we're talking about now. In all fairness to Phil, naman, yung mga nagpo-post talking this and that about Phil, you don't know your football stuff. Sorry, pero hindi nyo alam. You just want to talk. I know. On Facebook and Twitter, there's so many here. Like some of you foreigners. You think you invented the sport football, so you think you know everything. Good for you. I don't even consider myself. How long have you coached? Have you coached at all? I've been coaching 34 years. I don't talk. No, I get pissed off. No, there's some people kasi.
This is a conversation that is taking place with just
of course.
No, the thing is, give credit where credit is due. Stop hating.
There it is.
Stop hating.
Numbers don't lie.
If you consider yourself a fan of the football, of Philippine football, of the Azkals, you talk like that and you're not a fan. You're a bandwagon, rider.
Right.
You just want to ride on the
glory hunter.
Yeah.
Let's take the 12th man section real quick as we wrap up. I know.
So you are mad.
Need a chill pill over here. 12th man, let's just say hello to some of the people who have been interacting with us on our Facebook and our Twitter.
Yeah.
Saying what's up to Ivy Nicanor. Kudos to Deto for not allowing those Indos to score a goal. Yeah.
Excuse me, please don't call them Indos. I'm Indonesian.
Right.
Just call Indonesian.
Indonesians. I think she was just doing
Insulto yan Indo eh.
To be fair, I think she was trying to do a shortcut, but I love the swift pass from Phil Young husband to Stoible. That was a smart one. And
Ano ba talaga? Stoible?
Stoible. I've been told Stoible.
Okay.
It was all worth the long wait of beating the Indonesians. Congrats all you Azkals players, coaching staff, and the entire management. Keep the goals coming. Yeah, I mean, 8 goals.
Ivy, a very...
Lovely.
Ivy is very, non-stop, very 100%.
Yeah, I like it. She's full on. Joshua Montano. Or Montano? Maybe he just didn't figure out how to do that. Anyways, where do you prefer for the semifinals home game? Rizal Memorial Stadium or Philippine Stadium in Ciudad de Victoria, Bulacan? Kompleto yun, ha? Ciudad de Victoria, Bulacan.
For now, Rizal.
Why?
If you want to use the Ciudad de Victoria, the one in Bulacan, I think it's better for a friendly first to test.
I think definitely Rizal. I mean, I've been to the Philippine Stadium. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's wonderful. It's also hard to get there.
Very
you know, and if it's on a weekend, maybe it might be better. If it's on a weekday, it's hard.
Yeah.
You know, people are gonna have to get off work, and if they want to do that, they gotta have buses.
It'll be okay once the highway that they're making.
Yeah,
right?
once that connector road is made, it's gonna be 30 minutes away from Makati.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Bigger toll lang.
But now.
But
Now, definitely, I think we should be in Rizal Memorial. I think the artificial turf is going to be an advantage for us because the visiting teams are not as used to it as our players are.
Mm-hmm.
So
Unless we're against Singapore.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Singapore plays its games now in the new national stadium, which is grass.
Oh, okay. All
They're
right.
playing two venues. They're playing Jalan Besar, which is artificial, and they're playing the Singapore National Stadium. But all the Singapore games are in the new stadium.
Cool.
So definitely Rizal,
Yeah.
and I don't think it's gonna change.
Yeah, I'd say Rizal as well.
Yeah.
Mostly because of the same
UMAC
reasons.
probably not.
Huh? UMAC probably not. Yeah, probably.
Kinley Hill, I don't know. about that.
Emperador para talagang may advantage.
Wake up, people, wake up.
No, Rizal.
They shouldn't even be in the equation.
Ral, let's do that for
December
sure.
6th.
The,
or
UP
11th.
Oval.
December 6th is a Saturday. 11 is a Thursday.
UP Oval probably won't get the pass.
Sunken Garden.
Yeah. Sunken Garden is not gonna make
How about the
it.
Salsa Bell? Wet turf also.
Yeah.
I have bleachers.
Right.
It sits 200 people. Even take 50.
Doon pwede magmalaking flag for sure. Hindi, Rizal ako because accessibility and the familiarity for the
Yes.
people, and just so that we could crown that place one more time with something historic.
Yeah.
And untested nga pala.
And like I
Kasi
said,
isa.
I think the one in Bulacan, we can start using that maybe for the friendlies or what have you, or even two different international teams,
Yeah.
clubs, have it to there and see.
Just-
I mean, baga, how do you say it? Test the water.
Yeah, just to
first.
get acquainted with it.
How long is that connecting road? When will it be finished?
2016. Next
Okay.
year for the Apex Summit, I think it's gonna be done until Malacanang, and then 2016 all the way till NLEX. So it's gonna take a while.
That's why the best thing there is when it's finished, anytime. I don't freaking mind paying the high toll fees.
Yeah. I mean, basta maganda yung venue
Yeah.
and all of that, that's great.
And that's parking.
Martin Fortunato Eligio. Oh, great game. Azkals on the rise, peaking and gelling on the right time. Great team chemistry. Kudos to the Azkals team. Perfect. I'd say
Yeah.
definitely gelling at the right time,
Agree,
peaking at the right
100%.
time.
Confidence is through the roof.
Absolutely, and playing like a team. And then Coach Thomas Dooley has always preached. It's not
Yeah.
about the individual, it's about the
Yes,
team.
team.
And definitely the team fights together
Yeah.
like nobody's business. All right, so let's do Nathaniel Belotindos. I think Manny Ott became a great playmaker for us. I pinched my cheeks while watching the match.
4-0.
Why would you pinch your cheeks? Why would you do that? We just don't beat them. We are making a statement already. Yes, we are. Plus, most of the national team members now are playing in the UFL. Ding, ding, ding. That can be our marker as to what our level of football is now. Godspeed, the Azkals. Yes,
Agreed.
absolutely. You know, the UFL, that just goes to show that this is the level that we're at. I mean, the players are playing here. They play against each other on a regular basis, and this is the level that they expect from one another.
Before we continue, just
Yeah.
want to say UAAP season 77 football. December 4 is when our coverage begins.
So that's a
On
Thursday.
that's a Thursday. 2 games a week. They'll be on Sports in Action and live on Balls HD.
Boom.
And Coach Hans, you're gonna end your drought, right?
Hopefully.
Masal, yes. So please watch out for that on Sports in
Do
Action.
you watch UFC or anything like that? You gotta build it up a little bit, you know? Do some
Sometimes.
trash
Do you,
That's
talk
why-
or
have, do
something.
you have a TV game?
Of course.
Are they gonna put a
man.
microphone on you or have a
No
7
way.
second
I
delay
tell
or
them
what?
take it out. Anyway,
No.
for those watching, November Saturday, the scheduled venue is in Ateneo. At 4 p.m. we have the UP versus DLSU.
This is November 29? Oh, okay.
29 is Saturday.
3 days, yeah.
At 6 p.m. we have Ateneo versus UE. And on Sunday, November 30, in FEU Diliman first at 1 p.m.
Oh my gosh, it's
men,
Diliman.
NU versus
Lapit.
Adamson, the two newest members. That will be a good match. And then at 3 p.m. still at FEU Fern, that's Diliman, we have UST versus FEU. And then same time, simultaneous, in Ateneo naman, we have the women. Ateneo versus UP at 1, and at 3 o'clock in Ateneo, we have women's again, DLSU versus UST. So
Yep.
these are the weekend's opening matches, all right?
This is your camera over here.
We'll try to keep you posted with the results and schedules.
This is your camera.
Sorry.
Camera, yes.
Oh, that's I didn't notice that.
The entire time.
Wasn't there the whole time?
Oh, we've only been doing this for 3
What?
seasons.
What's
3
that?
seasons.
What? WTF na lang.
We cannot go through this entire schedule.
No, we're not. We'll just go by the week.
We'll post it on our Facebook page. We'll
Yeah.
take a picture of it.
Yeah.
Make sure you guys are up to date.
Yeah.
I just need to get through some of the last couple of comments. Let's look at Nico Real. Superb strike by Ott. Thank you. Nobody needs.
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. We all feel the same way. Nico Salvador. I hope we can fill up Rizal for the home game this time.
Yes, please.
Okay. this is a great one because we've been talking about it and we've been talking about the lack of marketing or whatever restrictions are necessary. But really, this is an effort that each and every one of us, people who are fans of Philippine football, to tell a friend, right?
Yeah.
How many of us came out to watch the UFL Finals, Ceres versus Global? Great freaking game. If each person there told 10 other people to come, we'd fill up the stadium.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah.
My question here, what are the ticket prices going to be? That's crucial.
True.
Because it's down now down to 60 pesos for bleachers.
Yeah.
Are they going to jack them up again?
I hope not. I hope not.
To risk that. We'll see. It's an interesting call by the PFF.
Right. The last semi-final we had 2 years ago, it was packed.
Yeah.
When we drew against Singapore 0-0, that was a packed stadium. Honestly, I think some of the performances from that 2012 era sort of might not have spurred on more fans to come because of the way we played. Sometimes it was a little bit lethargic, not so great. But this team is entertaining.
Yep.
It really is entertaining. So I hope you guys come out and watch. Tell your friends, be the annoying guy in your group of friends. Like, come out, watch the game. I'll keep talking about it. I don't care. Come early. Yeah, start cheering.
Yeah.
Come in colors. Come in face paint. You know, make it a festive atmosphere. We're gonna be there.
My
Absolutely sure.
bahag is, if anyone wants to borrow it, I'm going to get it washed and...
You mean to tell me you haven't had to watch since 2012?
I watched
My God, Bob!
2013, I think it was.
It's got a nice smell to it. Let's take it to the last one.
Heavenly.
Ultras Filipinas also commented, sent us a tweet. They were saying, home game, home game, home game. Hashtag sa wakas.
What I want to see now is after this show, is what the Ultras will be commenting on what we've been saying here.
Yeah, I mean, I hope you guys watch this, and I understand you guys your frustrations, but if you guys don't talk in a, how should you say, in a civil manner,
conciliatory.
yeah, nothing's gonna get done. Okay, so
yeah, don't follow me.
put your best, manners on. Bring your best manners to the negotiation table with the people in PFF, and have a proper discussion. Throw in some points, the reason why you guys want to do certain things, and listen to their side as well. All right, so hopefully we'll agree to something, and we'll have a great atmosphere come December 6th or 11th.
Yeah.
Final thoughts.
So we should savor this moment. This is a special moment. Last night was just unbelievable. Let's enjoy it while it lasts. These moments don't last long. And let's just support the team, win or lose, and let's just believe and cheer. We're here to cheer. We're not here to criticize or everything. We're here to cheer. Support the team.
Yeah, make life difficult for the away team as well. That's one that could be fun.
That's a knock on some people, no? Yeah, make it hard on them. Wag man bawal yung drums. Noise, man. Noise, man. We need noise. If we can do that in EDSA Revolution, ano ba naman tong sa Rizal Stadium lang, No? We don't need that we don't need a million people.
Yeah.
Just come out and hopefully everybody supports. Stop with the criticisms. Stop putting your own team down. They're your own freaking team.
That's the flag on that's our flag on their shirts. That's what I always say.
Yeah.
So, you
No
good?
haters, please. I'm
Yeah.
good. I'm good.
Yeah, I mean, good luck to the team. Obviously, they still got Vietnam to take care of. But for everybody who's on the fence about whether...
7:30 p.m. Friday. Live on
7:30
Sports in Action.
Okay.
Please tell everyone. Retweet it. 7:30 p.m. live on Sports in Action.
Who are you with? Who's going to be
I'm
calling
not sure
you?
yet. I'm not sure yet.
Live stream. ABS-CBN Sports.
There's no live stream
No live stream.
within Southeast Asia. There's a link for outside Southeast Asia, but
No,
some
but last
people...
night there was.
Yeah, nakakalusot eh. But technically, you're not supposed to be...
Yung kay Pacquiao talagang wala kasi mukhang pera eh. Mga tao.
7:30 Friday.
7:30 Friday. Make sure you catch the team. Anybody who's been on the fence about watching the football team compete once again, I'm telling you, it's worth it. Never seen a team play this entertaining brand of football before. It's just a fun contest to be watching. Make sure you support the Suzuki Cup. December 6th or 11th. We'll figure it out. We'll be back here talking about it. Maybe with somebody else.
Yeah.
Somebody from the footballing world here in the Philippines as well. So maybe, I don't know, a journalist, a player.
Yeah.
We don't
We
know
don't know
yet.
We don't
But
know.
we'll figure it out. Good luck to the team. And thanks for watching the show, supporting the podcast. Thank you to Sarah Sasal Football Club always for supporting us, and congratulations for winning the FA League Cup. That's a bit
Oh,
belated.
by the way,
Fantastic
short thing. It's only Ceres that has done this European style. They had a parade in Bacolod City.
Yeah, how badass is that? Right?
Leray
Motorcade.
Jansson had one of their buses decked,
Yeah.
and they had a parade.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
If-
I just want, that feeling. These boys in Ceres now, I wonder how they feel, especially the local boys. Being in a bus, on top of the bus, parading, and everybody there, the locals there would cheer them on and all that. There was it's a full production.
Yeah.
There was a show, I don't know where, maybe in Main Road or what have you.
A nice
But it was beautiful.
a nice little
And pictures.
example for all the other teams to follow as well. And I had a bit of a chat with the owners of Ceres and their management, and they're pretty confident that this is just the beginning.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
shots, for all the other teams out there, you can use it as motivation if you'd like, but watch out,
Yeah.
because a lot of people were taking the FA League Cup pretty lightly. Ceres was not. They took that thing full on seriously.
Ceres is
and-
the only team, at least now, for now, history of UFL, that started from nowhere, went to the second division, killed everybody in second division, was
I think
promoted.
Global did something.
Global did the same.
Stallion did
No,
it
not
as well.
Global. It was Laos. Then become Global.
No. Global went through the second division as well.
As Laos.
No,
that's
that's
Global
global.
first.
That's global.
Yes.
And
Okay.
Stallion was able to do that as well.
No,
They did-
Stallion was already in first division.
They went through the second division as well. Yeah.
Anyway, only Ceres celebrated the way they did.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Thank you for supporting the show. For each and every one of you who subscribe to the Hands On podcast, follow us on Twitter and on Facebook. We appreciate your love and support. And long live Philippine football, and good luck to the boys, the Philippine Azkals. Friday, 7:30, Sports in Action. Bob Guerrero, thank you so much for coming by.
Most welcome. Thank you.
Always a pleasure having you on the show.
Thank you, thank you.
Support him on Twitter. It's Passionate Fan PH. Is that
Passionate fan. That's correct, right?
Yeah, Passionate Fan PH. Follow him on Twitter. Shoot him a message and support him. Great man.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming by.
Maybe one of these days, I'd like to get Ryan Phoenix, Bob Guerrero, Rick Olivares, and Rex Torrecampo here. And
I
let's
want
see how
Rex.
these guys talk.
I want to listen to Rex.
I would love it.
Fantastic.
I've not actually met Rex, but I'd love to be able to meet him.
Nasa lista rin ba?
Yeah, he's got great comments and he has great articles.
Ryan Phoenix, nasa lista rin.
Yeah, there's a sample of Bob's yahoo.ph.
That's a great photo by Anton Shecker, by the way.
Yes, Anton Sheck.
Thank you, Anton
Well done.
Shecker, for sharing your photos with us.
This is the longest goodbye ever. So peace, guys. Thank you for watching Sarah Sasal Football Club. Peace. Friday, support the
See you,
team.
man.
Bye.
Good luck,
See you guys
Azkals.
next
Good
time.
luck, good luck.
The views and opinions expressed on any program are those of the persons appearing on the program and do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of the New Media Factory. Some programs on this network might include strong images and language and may not be suitable for all audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.